Hello everyone, and welcome back to Baseballology, where we look at the current Hall of Famers and discuss their worthiness of induction. As always, I don't advocate for anyone's removal from the Hall of Fame, but I do like talking about the histories of these players as well as how to rank them. Now last time, we talked about Johnny Evers, who was inducted primarily due to his defense at second base. Now today, we're going to look at another player being inducted primarily due to his defense at second base. Well, his defense was the one justification we got from the Veterans Committee when they inducted Bill Mazeroski back in 2001. But we all know the real reason why he was inducted. He had one of baseball's probably 5 most signature moments when he hit the Game 7 walk-off home run to beat the Yankees in the 1960 World Series. Was that one moment enough to justify his election? Of course not, but we're going to look at him anyway. Maz played from 1956 to 1972, with every single one of his 2,163 games being played for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and all but 10 of those games were at second base. And it was at second base that Mazeroski made his living, putting up defensive numbers that were incredible. He was worth over 200 runs defensively, which still ranks third all time behind only the leader Frankie Frisch and the legendary Joe Gordon. He turned the most double plays ever for a second baseman with over 1,700 of them, and is still 5th in assists. He's one of the few players that all of his gold gloves, of which he won 8, were well earned. Everyone get the dig at Jeter there? Okay, we can move on. But as great as he was with the glove, he was just terrible offensively. In his 17-year career, he hit .260, .299, .367, which was good for a WRC plus of only 82. He managed to hit quite a few home runs in his career, 138 to be exact, so Mazeroski did display some power, despite playing in a terrible offensive stadium of Forbes Field. And he did collect over 2,000 hits. The downside is that he used an awful amount of outs to do it, which drives down every single one of his other stats. Mazeroski never had a WRC plus above 100 for a season, and after his 1962 campaign, he never broke 90 again. He only drove in 853 runs and scored a similar amount, so it wasn't like he was using those extra outs made to generate some run production, like some other players may have. None of those outs were just going towards making outs. Not a single one of Mazeroski's offensive numbers look impressive. People always ask about players who are really only defensively minded when it comes to the Hall of Fame. The common ones people bring up in addition to Mazeroski are Luis Aparicio, Ozzie Smith, and Brooks Robinson. But all of these players are infinitely better picks for induction than Mazeroski. Let's start with Aparicio. Before Ozzie Smith came around, he was the best defensive shortstop in the world, and he also stole a large number of bases, so he did add value beyond his fielding. Ozzie Smith, in addition to Brooks Robinson, are probably 1 and 2 in some order for best defender of all time, regardless of position. Ozzie Smith also contributed over 500 steals and 2,400 hits in his career. Brooks Robinson was an above-average hitter for an incredibly long time, and while never really dazzling with the bat, he was still very solid offensively. Mazeroski can't be considered an all-time great, with his bat pulling him down to mediocre levels. Now there is some more to talk about with Mazeroski, considering his home run and being one of the most iconic moments in baseball history. But I want to save some of that information for when we bring up a certain recently elected pitcher, because it won't be too much longer before he's up on this list, and I'd like to save all my rage for him. Until then, I just want to say thanks to everyone for watching this video on Mazeroski's case for induction. If you liked it, please hit the like and subscribe buttons below so you can know when the next video comes out. Also, please leave a comment to let me know what you're thinking of Maz's induction. Was I too hard? What did I leave out? Also, be sure to let me know who you think the next video is going to be about. Here's your hint. This player was Christy Mathewson's personal battery mate. And with that, I'll see you next time.